What's up, Lead Gen Beast? Matt AI here, Leads for Locals. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create an AI appointment booking bot inside of HighLevel using the Conversation AI feature. It is really, really powerful, but you do want to make sure you do it correct, guys. It's all about the prompt. If you don't get the prompt right, it's not going to do what you need it to do. So in this video, basically what I want to do is share with you what is working for me that that has literally taken me weeks of testing to work out all the different bugs to make sure that the AI agent does what I want it to do. So I'm going to share with you the exact prompt that is working for me right now, so that it saves you guys a ton of time and a ton of headache because it was kind of a pain. So just take my word for it. All right, but I'm also going to show you how to connect it to your other automations and workflows inside of HighLevel, because as of right now, at the time of this recording, these AI agents are inbound only. Okay, so basically what that means is we need prospects to respond to one of our automated text messages in order to trigger the AI agents. All right, which not a big deal because you should have those automatic text messages going out anyways. All right, but we're going to restructure those text messages, and I'm going to show you some very specific examples so that when people do respond, it actually triggers the AI agent, it takes over, it pre-qualifies, and it books the appointment. All right, so make sure you stick to the end, guys. I'm going to show you step by step how to put all of this in place. All right, with that said, before we get started, real quick, if you find the video helpful, guys, please hit that like button. It really does help. Consider subscribing because I come out with these videos all the time. And if you want to support the channel, if you don't have HighLevel already, I will have a 30-day free trial in the description. It comes with a free HighLevel bootcamp as well. I really appreciate the support, guys. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so before we create the actual AI agents, you guys do want to make sure that you have your knowledge base created. All right, and I did a separate video on this. I will link it down below. It goes into a little bit more detail. I'll do a quick recap on it very briefly because it doesn't take a ton of time. But basically, the knowledge base is what your AI agent will use to respond basically to any questions or statements that leads and prospects make. All right, and it basically trains your AI agent on your product and service. All right, so let me show you an example here. All right, so I'm going to go to my annuity one here. Actually, you know what? Let's do final expense because that's my most recent one here. Final expense life insurance. All right, and I have an FAQ here where I basically copy and pasted a bunch of question and answers. It's like the most commonly asked questions about final expense life insurance. I had ChatGPT put that together for me, and I just copy and pasted it into HighLevel. So if I scroll up to the top, I just said, hey, provide a list of the 20 most commonly asked questions about final expense life insurance. That's it. And then I copy and pasted this into HighLevel. If you go to add source right here, FAQ, you can copy and paste the question and then the answer, save. All right. So and then from there, I had ChatGPT put together a final expense guide right here, comprehensive guide that educates people about final expense or burial insurance, how it works, et cetera, et cetera. And I copy and paste all of this into a Google Doc, okay? And then I take that Google Doc, I share it, copy link, all right? And then we're gonna go to add source again. We're gonna do web crawler, and you paste in the URL, extract data, good to go. All right, so that trains your AI agent. That is very important. You wanna make sure your AI agent is very familiar with your product and service, all right? All right, once you have your knowledge base done, because we're gonna connect that knowledge base to the AI agent here, we're gonna go back to Conversation AI up here at the top right. We're just gonna keep things simple and use create prompt-based bot. I might do a separate video on guided form setup. That's a newer variation of creating a Conversation AI agent. One's not necessarily better than another in my experience, so we're just going to use the one that I'm familiar with right now. We could do appointment booking. I usually just start from scratch. All right. Again, one's not better than another. I just prefer to create from scratch. All right. Bot settings. First things first, let's go ahead and select autopilot. We want to make sure that the bot automatically responds when people respond to our text messages, which I will show you here in a minute. All right, the bot name is going to be whatever you want. So I'm just going to do test Sarah bot. Okay. And then Right now, what I'm doing for the communication channels is just SMS and Facebook. SMS is going to be the primary one. I leave Facebook on because in my business, we run a lot of Facebook ads for clients, especially in life insurance, annuities, final expense, etc. And we set it up so that when people submit the form for the Facebook ad, it also triggers a conversation in Messenger so people can respond in Facebook Messenger as well. So we want to have that option. All right. And then let's scroll down. All right, business name, just go ahead and put your business name. I'm going to put Millennial Wealth Creator because that's my other YouTube channel about building wealth. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link that down below as well. All right, autopilot mode, wait time before responding. I usually do 10 seconds. We don't want it too soon. We don't want it too late. I like 10 seconds. You can do whatever you want. Maximum messages, I would definitely recommend 25. The AI agent's probably never going to send this many, but you want to have as many as HighLevel will let us, which is 25 right now. Send bot to sleep. When I send a message manually or through a workflow, I would recommend having this on. We don't need 2 hours. I would probably just do 10 minutes just in case. And that's it. All right, we're going to click save. Next, we're going to go on to the training, which is going to be simple because you already have your knowledge base set up. And if you don't, get that set up really quick. It doesn't take super long. Shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, if that. I'm going to select the final expense knowledge base that I have here already. It's going to bring in the FAQs, the web crawler. Again, the web crawler is just the comprehensive guide that I put together that trains the AI agent on pretty much everything, like at least the main things that it needs to know about the product and service that we are advertising for. All right, we're going to save that. Next, bot goals. Okay, this is where it gets really fun, guys. So I'm going to pull up my Word doc here. I'll probably link this down in the description below, unless you guys just want to read off the page here really quick. I'll link a document below for you guys to get this. All right, because here's the thing, is this applies to just about any industry. Of course, customize it to your own specific business and whatever industry that you're in, but the format itself can work for just about any industry in my experience so far. I've done it for annuities, life insurance, final expense, business loans. It works really good. Okay, you just need to customize it to whatever business you're in, but the format works really good. Okay, all right, the personality field, here we go. You are a bot for, I put this custom value in. HighLevel should automatically pull your company name with this, but to be safe, I would just replace this with your company name. Okay, so you're a bot for XYZ company. You're tasked with gathering information from prospects to see, in this case, if an annuity would be a good fit for their retirement by asking questions provided in the additional information section. Again, we're being very specific here. You're going to see how specific we are with certain things as we continue throughout this prompt, guys. It's very important that you are as specific as possible, okay? Your primary goal, build trust, ask qualifying questions provided, make sure to use the provided knowledge base, okay? That is very, very important, all right? So I would just copy and paste this into the bot, or the personality part of the bot anyways. Okay. From there, next is intent. All right, so we're going to go to, whoops, there we go. Intent field. Your goal is, and again, in this case, we are focused on annuities. I know we were talking about final expense earlier, so I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but that is just to prove the point that this can work for any industry, okay? Goal is to pre-qualify prospects who are interested in getting a free custom annuity income plan. Just insert whatever your particular offer is, all right? By asking the questions in the additional information section. All right, so we are going to copy that. Oh, whoops, I guess I didn't do that. I guess I didn't copy it. Okay, there we go. All right. And then from there, additional information is definitely going to be the more important one. This is where we're going to ask the questions and give it very specific instructions about how to respond to the initial message that people provide. So this, man, this is probably what took me a couple of weeks to get correct, guys. This was the real pain in the rear end, because so when you have the AI agent, you're going to have two different primarily two different types of people that reach out to your company. One, it's going to be people that you're advertising to. Okay, so in this case, we're running Facebook ads for annuities. We're offering a free annuity guide, and then we're offering that free custom annuity income plan. So people are directly responding to advertising that we are putting out there. All right, but not everybody who reaches out to your company or your business page or whatever is going to respond to advertising. They're going to come from different sources. All right. So as an example, we don't want people, like, we don't want our bot to say this. Okay. So the first message, when someone says why, start, or quote, okay, this is me telling it that this is somebody that's coming from an advertising campaign. Okay. And I'm very clear about that. They are responding to a message from the company to request this particular product, this particular offer, okay? And then I tell it to start the conversation with something like this. Thanks for reaching out and requesting this custom plan. To make sure it's a good fit for you, I just need to ask a few basic questions. Then ask the first question. Okay. But not everybody is going to respond with why, start, or quote. Some people will ask a question right off the bat, or make a statement, come from a completely different marketing channel, okay? So if somebody asks, hey, do you guys also help with life insurance, right? We don't want the bot to say, hey, thanks for reaching out and requesting a free custom annuity income plan. That wouldn't make sense, right? That wouldn't be congruent. That'd be pretty bad, okay? Very bad first impression. So the next part of the prompt is if someone starts a conversation in any other way, and then give it an example, guys, with a question or a full statement, then answer their question, address the statement using the knowledge base and information about the business provided. Do your best to try and get them to request whatever it is your offer is. Then ask the first question. Okay, when I added this part of the prompt, that was a game changer for me. Okay, that made all the difference in the world. All right, this stuff right here is the template from GoHighLevel. I believe that's what's already in here, so we can keep that. It's pretty good stuff. We don't need to worry about it too much. All right, so that's fine. But then after that, I also have it asked the following questions. Ask one question at a time. Wait for a response before asking the next question. Here are the questions. Obviously, like, there's nothing special about these questions, guys. It's basically the top 3 questions you would normally ask somebody when you would get somebody on the phone. Like, what's the most important, the top 3 most important pre-qualifying questions with what you do. That's what we're going to do here. And it's only 3 at the moment. That's just what GoHighLevel limits us to. It's different if you were to do the other version of creating the bot. But again, I like creating it from scratch using the original. I think asking 3 questions is plenty. To get started anyways. All right, so you're going to ask the top 3 primary questions regarding your product and service, just the basic information that you would need. All right, this is what the bot will finish up with. Okay, after they answer the final question, thanks for answering those questions. Your next step, choose a day and time. Can I send you a few options? They'll say yes. This is really important, guys, because this part of the prompt right here, because if you don't add this, then the bot sends a million freaking options, okay? It sends basically the entire availability of the calendar, which is not good. That's going to overwhelm the person. It's not professional. So when I added this, again, it made a huge difference. So I told it, when you provide calendar options, make sure to provide 2 different dates with an AM and a PM option for both. Ask me why I'm so specific about that. Because it was the only way to get it to do what I needed it to do, guys. All right, so let's head back. I'm actually gonna, let's see. No, I'm not gonna cancel it because we do need to do some other things here. But that right there is the prompt. Okay, I'm gonna test this here in a second so you can see exactly how it works, and then I'll show you how to connect it to the various different workflows. Oh, sorry, hang on one second. Did not mean to do that. That was a YouTube video. All right. Now, down here at the bottom, we're going to click on appointment booking, and we want to obviously select the calendar. This part's pretty easy. We're going to do annuity consultation. You're just going to select the calendar that you want the AI agent to book the appointment on. All right, don't send. I don't think I check any of these. Don't book appointment. Only send the booking link. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather the AI agent actually book the appointment within the text message. I don't like sending links in text messages if I can avoid it. All right, allow the bot to cancel. I'm okay with that. Allow the bot to reschedule. I'm okay with that as well. Let's see, transfer employee. We don't need that. I mean, this is going to be customizable, of course, according to your business. But I don't typically turn any of these on. I guess you could pause the bot after booking. I don't think that's a huge deal though. Okay, but anyways, the most important thing is, I mean, I usually turn these two on and then just make sure you select the correct calendar. All right, so we're going to save that. Now, and this is why I'm a big fan of the traditional bot setup, because we have a lot of different options here. You could trigger different workflows, which I think is really, really powerful. But add contact info, that's going to be really important because we are asking custom questions here, right? So if we scroll back up, let's make this a little bit more visible. Let's see, let's scroll this down. There we go. Okay, now if we scroll, where's our questions? Did I not copy paste it? I don't think I did. Let's do that really quick. Let's do additional info. All right, because when we are asking those custom questions, like right here, okay, we want to have the bot update custom fields with the prospect's answers to these questions, right? That's really good information to have for the appointment, right? So what we need to do is create a custom field for each one of these questions. This is why I like to have two tabs of HighLevel open. It's going to make our jobs a lot easier when setting this up. So I have another tab of HighLevel open here. We're going to go to custom fields. All that information was fake, guys, so don't even try to send me an email or contact me, at least with that information. Of course, you can send an email with what I provide on the channel, Facebook group, etc. But anyways, all right, we're going to go to custom fields, and we need to create a custom field for each of the three questions. All right, so we're going to add field. We're going to do single line. Click next. Okay, and our first question, all right, was in about how many years are you looking to retire? Now, I already have these created, okay, but you would usually, like the way I've been doing it anyways, is I've been putting AI annuity dash years until retirement. Whatever's gonna, this is really whatever's gonna help you guys stay organized, okay? And then group is gonna be additional info. This is the section that you would go to under the contact profile. So you would click the additional info tab when you're in the contact profile to see the answer to this question, okay? And then you would save, and then we're gonna, I'm not gonna save it now because I already have it, but we're gonna add another field, a single line, and you're gonna repeat the process for each one of these questions, all right? You're just gonna create a custom field for each question, okay? Now, once you do that, then we're gonna click on add contact info, and this is where we're going to have the AI bot update that custom field inside of the contact profile so you have that information when the person answers the questions, and then you have it for when you call for the appointment, all right? So action name, again, we want to stay organized here. So in this example, we'll put years until retirement, and then the field to be updated is going to be the one that you just created. I already have them here. All right, I think I named it, yeah, annuity retirement time frame. Okay, what to update? All right, it's going to be how. We'll just put years until the prospect wants to retire or is looking to retire, whatever. Okay. Output example. We do want to provide a couple of examples. All right, just to make sure that the AI agent knows what to put in the contact field. So here's the thing, come up with, think about 3 different ways that somebody might answer this question, okay? So if I were to ask somebody, how many years, what was my question again? It was, how many years are you looking to retire? Okay, so somebody might say 10 years. Okay, let's click add another. They might say already retired. Okay, maybe they're not sure. Maybe add an extra one. And we put 5 to 10 years. Okay, just give it a few examples. All right, then we're going to click save. All right, and from there, we're going to add new field, and you're going to repeat the same exact process for the other questions. All right, give it a name, select the contact field. What is the AI agent going to put in that field, and then give it a couple examples. That's all you're going to do, guys. Okay. All right. Once you do that, then your AI bot is actually ready. So click save. And what do you say we test this thing? All right, let me make sure everything is in place as I need it, and then we'll go ahead and test it. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, we're good to go. Okay, so over here on the right-hand side, we are actually able to test our bot, which is pretty sweet, so we can get an idea if this thing is working or not. So let's do the perfect case scenario where somebody replies exactly how we want them to reply. All right, so let's click Y, because we're going to put that in our automatic text messages later on once we put our workflows together. All right, so somebody replies with Y, start, quote, whatever. All right, and it's gonna give us the exact response that we told it to give. So when we go back to additional info right here, if someone responds with Y, start, or quote, what did we tell it to say? Thank you for reaching out, and then ask the first question. That's exactly what it did. All right, so far so good. First, in about how many years are you looking to retire? Let's do 10 years. It should go to the next question. Very good. Great. Thanks for sharing that. Next, how much guaranteed monthly income are you looking to create? Let's do 5,000. Thank you. About how much of your portfolio would you be able to allocate to an annuity to create that amount of income? And again, these are all questions. These are the exact questions that I gave it in the additional information part of the prompt, guys. Okay. About how much of your portfolio? Let's do 100,000. Okay. And let's see what it does next. Okay, thanks for answering those questions. And the next part of the prompt is basically getting permission to send a few options to book the appointment. Okay, for to talk to a state licensed professional, provide your custom plan, what's complete, etc. All right, so we're going to click yes. Okay. This is awesome. It's such a beautiful thing. Because guys, like I said, before I put this part of the prompt in, it would send me like 20 different options to choose from. It was ridiculous. All right, so I'm telling you, if you're trying to set up an appointment booking bot, this part of the prompt is really important. All right, here are a few options for your appointment, all in Pacific time zone, Thursday the 3rd at 5:30 or 6 p.m. Friday, 4th of July, 2028, 8 a.m. or 5:30 p.m. So it's giving an AM option and a PM option. Which of those works best for you? Okay, and then I would give it an option, and then it would book the appointment on the calendar. It is freaking awesome. This prompt, it works, guys. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is, I mean, this part's it's not too complicated. Like you guys you probably already have this part in place, but how do we get somebody to actually engage with the bot? Because again, these are inbound AI agents, so we need people to respond to this. So we need to make sure that we have automatic text messages going out on a regular basis, prompting people to respond in this way. All right, so let me show you guys how I have that set up. It's pretty basic. I don't think it's anything special. It's basically whenever somebody opts in for whatever my lead magnet is at the time, we're going to send text messages, thanking them and say, hey, check your email for XYZ lead magnets, but, reply to this message with Y to see if you qualify for an annuity or whatever. All right, so let's go to let's see, annuity guide opt-in. Pretty sure that's the one I have here, or the one I have it set up in. Let's see. Let's go to the text message. Yes, there we go. Okay. So one of the ad campaigns that I run in one of my marketing systems, which if you guys want a pre-made marketing and lead generation system for annuities, final expense, life insurance, whether you're a licensed agent or you're a marketer in that industry, and you want a pre-made marketing and lead generation system with the pre-made Facebook ad campaigns, high-level system, funnels, automations, all that, drop a comment down below and I'll send it to you. Anyways, when somebody opts in for our lead magnets, okay, we're going to get name, email, and phone number. And then the first text that we're going to send is basically thanking them for requesting our free lead magnets. It should be in your email shortly. Check your spam folder just in case. Also, make sure to request your free plan as well to get a personalized roadmap for using annuities. You can either complete the questionnaire in the email or right here, reply to this message with the letter Y to use our automated system. So we're giving them two options. A lot of people actually just complete the questionnaire, but we want to give them an option to interact with our AI agent as well, so that our AI agent will pre-qualify, ask questions, book the appointment, good to go. All right, so what I did, guys, was I adjusted the text messages that I was already sending to people, and I just added this last part right here. I just adjusted this really. All of this kind of stayed the same. This is what I changed at the end. You can either complete the questionnaire, which is what I was doing anyways, but now that AI is available, I'm giving them a second option to reply to this message, and I'm giving very specific instructions on how to use the automated system. That's it, guys. And when you add this, when somebody replies with why, start, quote, whatever it is that you want to do or use to trigger the AI agent, that's it. All right, now, I do like to cover my bases, though. I'm going to show you one more workflow that I put together. You shouldn't need this, but like I said, I like to have a fail-safe in place just in case things don't work. You know, it's not perfect. I think this is it right here, my AI qualification trigger, bot trigger. Yes, it's I like to have a workflow in place that will trigger the bot when somebody replies to a workflow. Okay, so let me show you an example. All right, so I'll create a workflow, and the trigger will be customer replied. All right, and I just give it the name, and it's going to be a reply channel of SMS. The workflow is going to be annuity guide opt-in because that's where the leads are coming in from and being sent to, I should say, that when a lead is generated, they're automatically put into this workflow, okay? And then that workflow, which I was just showing you, it has the text messages that go out, okay? People will respond to that text with why, start, quote, whatever you decide to use, all right? So these are my three filters: the reply channel, replied workflow, and then contains phrase why right here, all right? And then my action is update conversation AI bot and status. And then I choose my annuity bot and change it to active, okay? Like I said, you probably don't need this. I just like to have it in place just in case, because you never know, all right? And I want to make sure that my AI bot works when somebody actually responds to one of my text messages, okay? With that said, guys, I think I'll go ahead and wrap up there. That is just about it. Let's see. Let me just double check. Let's go back to the AI bot. I want to make sure I did not miss anything for you guys. All right. You can go to the dashboard to see basically the engagement it's having with all of your prospects. That's a separate video. I don't really need to go through that anyways. Bot training is very simple. Bot settings very simple. Bot goals, this is where the magic really happens. You want to make sure that you get the prompt right. I will link to this particular prompt in the description, or I might just paste it in the description. That's probably easier for you guys. You guys can just copy and paste it from this video. All right, from there, you just want to make sure that you're connecting your custom fields for the questions that you're asking. Make sure you connect your calendar, and that's it, guys. You are good to go. That's what took me weeks of testing to figure out, so hopefully that helps you out a little bit. If you guys have any questions or get stuck on anything, have any feedback, any requests for specific videos, drop a comment down below. Would love to engage with you guys. As always, I hope you guys are crushing it, and I will talk to you in the next one. To your success, Matty Ice is out.